Yeah. Cavalier mentality, I charge through every bracket. King on the court, LeBron legacy in my fabric. Brown when I'm grinding, dog pound in the trenches. Guardian at the gate, protecting all my riches. Cavs in my veins, championship parade route. Browns in the mud, fourth quarter, never doubt. Guardians of tradition, progressive feel my temple. Training like I'm drafted, work ethic monumental. In the zone, can't stop my ascension in the zone. Discipline my weapon in the zone. Greatness by intention in the zone. This my resurrection in the zone.
Yo. Happy Friday. Welcome to this episode of EnDaZone Sports, presented by the DSMN Network, sponsored by Blend Reapers, Barbering. What's up, Kellz?
What's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing cool. Matter of fact, I ain't like that, man. Let me say that shit over real quick. With some more enthusiasm. It's Friday. Hope everybody had a good week. Hope everybody get ready to enjoy their weekend. Welcome to this episode of EnDaZone Sports, presented by DSMN, sponsored by Blend Reaper Barbering. What's up, Kellz?
What's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing cool, man. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Everything okay. Everything
good.
is keeping going.
Say what?
I say everything is going as should be right now, but everything cool.
That's what's up. Appreciate everybody that's tuning in on the DSMN Network. Also, those that's watching on YouTube at EnDaZone Sports. I appreciate y'all as always. We got a comment before we get this started. What up, Jew?
What up, Jew?
What up, Boo Boo? What up, Bria?
What up, Bree? I hope she don't mind me calling her Bree. Huh?
What?
I said I can't say Bria, so I said Bree.
We got a lot we're going to get into today, man. We got a lot to dive into, man. Again, I appreciate everybody that's tuning in. We got a hot show for y'all, man. We got some NBA trade news to talk about. We got some NFL. We're going to talk about our Cleveland Cavaliers, of course. Hopefully, we'll be getting another body back soon, within the next couple of weeks, man. And, for Kellz say, like he said last week, this player should open up a lot of things for the Cavs. But we're going to get into that and more. But let's get into this NFL, man. A lot been going on, but we're going to start with this weekend. NFL Wildcard Weekend. It's popping off. The playoffs are here. Teams are set. We got some intriguing matchups. We're going to talk about the Bills and the Texans matchup first. Josh Allen, once again in the playoffs, going against, I said the Bills and the Texans, excuse me. I meant to say the Steelers and the Texans. What is wrong with me today? What is wrong? I gotta get it together. But the Steelers and the Texans, in a big game for Aaron Rodgers and company, Mike Tomlin and company, going against the best defense in the NFL in the Houston Texans. What did you expect from this game in order for Pittsburgh to pull this W out?
Well, I feel though they have to use DK Metcalf run the game. They're gonna have to run the ball really well against Texas. They're gonna have to score in the red zone. I know it's hard.
Look at that. That is a tag.
They're gonna have to get Aaron Rodgers and make them both third downs so that pass rush won't get to him. But we all know about Aaron Rodgers. He's gonna get that ball out before Willie Anderson and Danielle Hunter and them get even closer. So they will have to, when they get into the red zone, they will have to score touchdowns instead of hitting field goals. And they got to get Jan Warren running the ball and Keith Gainwell running the ball. But the key, I think, is going to be Keith Gainwell coming out the backfield, catching that ball against their linebacker, especially number 0, Shahar. I forgot his name, but I feel that they can pass on Houston using that running back out the backfield. It's gonna be hard, but I think that Aaron Rodgers can. And I know we're gonna do our picking games. I got an upset special for that. So we'll see.
Yeah, for me, I think in order for Pittsburgh to to win this game. I think Mike Tomlin got to come in with a great ass game plan to offset what the Houston Texans like to do on defense. Their corners stout, their secondary stout, their pass rush is stout. I do agree with you when you say you think Aaron Rodgers is going to get the ball out of his hands quick. I do believe they're going to try to come up with plays and schemes for that to happen against this dominant Texas defense. I don't know. I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough. Again, we talked about it last week. Our AFC's dark horse team per se, and I said the Texans just because defense travels, and I think as I stated last week, if the Texans offense, especially their offensive line, can hold upright a little bit to give CJ Stroud time to get the ball to his playmakers, the Willie Marks of the world, the Nico Collins of the world, the Dalton Schultz of the world, I think the Texans will be all right in this game against the Steelers and throughout the playoffs. As far as Pittsburgh, as you said, they got to try to get that ground game going between Kenneth Gainwell and Jaylen Warren. And you're right, they got to find ways to get them guys the ball out the backfield as well. DK Metcalf is going to be matched up against Stingley Jr. That's going to be very tough for him. So look for somebody like a Calvin Austin to try to emerge this game. He's going to have to put up the tight ends. Movie in Washington. He's right. I believe he's done for the playoffs if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be Smith and Fairmouth as the tight end.
Smith. So it's gonna be a tough task for the Steelers. It's gonna be a tough task for the Texans as well because I like Pittsburgh. For some odd reason, Mike Tomlin turns that defense up in the playoffs and make games and muck out games, make them ugly games. You know, and every win don't gotta be a pretty win, and I think he's gonna try to muck it up this game against another great defense in the Texans, but it's gonna be tough. But I'm gonna take the Texas. I'm gonna take Texas to win this game, though.
Are you taking the Texas?
I'm taking the Texas to win this game.
You know, I got a weird feeling, a funny feeling that Mike Tomlin finally gonna get his first playoff win in 2000 in this decade, but I feel as though, like you said, CJ Stroud gonna have to play really, really well, and they got TJ Watt back and Highsmith coming off the other side, and you know Jalen Ramsey and the secondary do play good man-to-man defense, and with TJ Watt back, that pass rush can get to CJ Stroud. The Houston Texans will have to run the ball with Willie Marks a little bit better, but I don't see them running the ball with Cameron Hayward and Duran in the middle of that Pittsburgh Steelers. So with that said, I'm still picking Pittsburgh to win. I just I got a gut feeling that Tomlin saw Harbaugh get fired, and I think he still want to be the longest tenured coach in the NFL. So he want to keep his record going. So I feel that the Pittsburgh Steelers will win.
We gonna see. It's gonna be a great. Let me not say great. I hope it be a great. I hope all the games this weekend be great.
It's gonna be a good game.
I think it's gonna be
like defensive game.
Yeah, a real defensive battle, and two offenses that's kind of like you're not highly sold on, but on any given Sunday we have seen either one of these offenses can put up points. We done seen Pittsburgh do it all season. We've seen the Texans do it some games this season, but I do got one concern though.
Okay.
The way the Texans defense been giving up points the past couple of weeks. I don't know if that's just because the last couple of weeks end of the season. I don't know if that's because they was resting people or whatever it is may be, but they were still in a fight,
right,
at least to try to win the division, and their defense was giving up, unusual points, let's say, the past couple of weeks. But I'm gonna still take the Texans. I think D'Amico Ryan's gonna have them boys ready. Along with Mike Tomlin, I believe he's gonna have Steelers ready as well. But I just think that Houston Texans defense, man, is just too damn good.
Yeah, their defense is great. I don't call them great. That defense to get after the pass rush.
You can call them great. Yeah. They've been playing great all season. They was consistently playing great.
I know where that comes from. They were consistently, not for 1 week.
Not for 1 week. Consistently all year. Another game that's going to be a very intriguing, interesting game, we touched on a little bit on the last show, will be the Buffalo Bills to the Jacksonville Jaguars. What must Jacksonville do to win this game against Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills?
Trevor Lawrence will have to play his best game because the one thing Buffalo does well on defense is stop the passing. And
Yeah.
Kobe Myers and BTJ and Parker Washington have to make big plays. Brenton Strange got to make a big play. Trevor Lawrence have to make a big play to sustain. That's either with his feet or passing because it's gonna be hard for Travis Etienne and Tootin to run on that defense. That's the one thing. No, but my mistake. It'll be hard for the Jags to pass on that defense. So I'm looking for them to come in there and run the ball a little bit more because that's the weakness of the Buffalo Bills is running the ball. Now, if Buffalo can stop Travis Etienne from running, the Jazz gonna have a hard time keeping pace because I think Josh Allen on the other side, you're gonna see a different type of Josh Allen. I feel like he gonna will Buffalo to win this game. It's gonna be a tough game for Buffalo because their weakness is also the Jazz strength and running the ball with Travis Etienne and Tootin. But Lawrence gonna have to pass that ball against them. If Lawrence cannot pass, they can concentrate on stopping the run, make them one dimensional. The Jazz gonna have a tough time beating Buffalo. But right now the Jazz is hot from the defensive standpoint. On the defensive side, they've been playing great. They've been stopping the run, which is Buffalo's strong side. So they're gonna have to stop Buffalo from running. If they can't stop James Cook or Josh Allen from running, it's gonna be a long night.
This is tough, man. Cause I like Trevor Lawrence. This is the reason why Jacksonville drafted him for situations like this. The last time we see him in the playoffs, it was a comeback win against the Colts, I believe.
Yep.
Jacksonville has to come in this game and play mistake-free football. Trevor Lawrence, you're right, has to manage the game and manage the game well. Because we all seen Buffalo, they could put up points with the best of them.
Yes.
Led by Josh Allen. And it's crazy because you look at that Buffalo offense and you like, besides Josh Allen and James Cook, who was the star in the passing game? No,
It's like
they been hurt.
yeah.
Knott's been hurt. Coleman, I don't know what he got himself into, but he been riding the pine.
Yeah, he been not going to meetings, sleeping in meetings, thinking he a superstar. That's what happened.
Yeah, you can't do like that, man. Like you work so hard to get to where you got in the NFL just to be doing dumb stuff and blowing.
Exactly.
Jacksonville, if they could play mistake-free football and not allow Buffalo, in so many words, to muck it up, because they're gonna try to run the football.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna really try to run the football, whether it is with Josh Allen or James Cook, regardless of how good Jacksonville run defense is. I think Buffalo is still gonna try to attack them that way. And like you said, if Trevor Lawrence plays well, Jacksonville may have a chance to win this game. But I just think Josh Allen looking at the whole big picture, like, and I'm gonna touch on that a little bit later. There's no Patrick Mahomes in this playoffs.
Exactly.
So no Lamar Jackson for that matter.
Exactly.
There's no excuses for Josh Allen speaking. So I'm gonna take Buffalo to win this game as well. It's in Buffalo, right?
Was in Jacksonville.
Yeah. I'm gonna still take Buffalo to win this game because I think Buffalo want to get one more playoff game before they officially close the season on the stadium they've been in for.
They're gonna take a mirror because they're the 7th seed, so they gotta go through everybody.
Again, no Lamar Jackson. There's no Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
This year.
So
Josh Allen, you know what I'm saying? Like he probably looking at all that. So
it's his turn to shine.
I think that might be the best game of Wildcard weekend though, Jacksonville and Buffalo.
I think it's going to be too, but I feel another game might outshine that game.
What game is that?
I feel that the Eagles and the 49ers game going to be nice.
That was my next one. The next thing I want to talk about is the Philadelphia Eagles and 49ers. You just led us to that. What must the Eagles do in this game?
They must contain CMC and they must put some pass. They must put some. They must get Brock Purdy off his mark, meaning that when Brock Purdy get too too comfortable, he just like a point guard. He'll just throw it to Gerard Jennings. He'll throw it to I call him Kerry Kittles, George Kittles. I said Jennings. If Ricky Parashar go play, maybe you'll see a DeMarcus Robinson in there. But they will have to stop CMC. CMC is 70% of their offense. And we was coming into this year talking about how all the injury to CMC was. But without CMC, the 49ers will not be where they at. So that'll be my main focus, trying to stop him from. My interest is, would you like him to run the ball better or catch the ball? Because he goes CMC, because which one? You can't stop both. You will have to contain one. I'd rather for him I'd rather contain him from running the ball instead of catching the ball. At least you can catch the ball, because running is devastating. Because if he getting chucks on you, that means they controlling the clock. And everybody knows Philadelphia don't got that big strike offense, even though I don't know why, because they still got Barkley and AJ Brown by there.
And that's the thing that I'm actually looking at. Like, and you famous for always saying this. They haven't reached their peak yet.
They haven't.
Peak yet. Man, we in the playoffs now, and you still say they haven't reached their peak.
They haven't played their best game yet.
Okay, you've been saying that.
This best game might be this week.
So they just off rip go flip the switch just because it's a playoff game.
I mean, some teams. Look at it this way. Look at this standpoint. The Eagles been in the playoffs how many years, and they went to the playoffs? They've been to the Super Bowl 2 years, but 2 times out of the 3 years, and they had a good record. They had the best record in the NFL 1 year, and last year they had they went to the Super Bowl. This year they're not playing well on offense, but when the playoffs come up, it just seems the cream of the cream, the best players seem to rise to that occasion. So I'm looking for Jalen Hurts to actually play well this game and start throwing the ball well. For some odd reason, that's when
been saying that all season, and it still ain't happened yet. But
it's a playoff now. They'll have no put like this.
Happen in the playoffs.
Put like this. They'll have no choice to play well, or they're going home. It's a different vibe now.
That's for every team. That's for every team that's playing.
Especially for the defending champions. They still are the defending champions. They still got some pride, so they need to turn it up.
They showed me all season that their offense can get it going. I mean, they had a game here and there where you see AJ Brown for over 100 yards, Devontae Smith over 100 yards, but it wasn't like, here go this word again, it wasn't like it was consistently happening.
It wasn't.
So Philly offensively is not showing me anything that made me be like, all right, they about to flip that switch come Sunday. They about to turn this around ASAP, and they about to just put up 30-plus points on the 49ers team who's been hit with injuries all season, but have still been playing well to put themselves in this position to even be playing in a wildcard game. Nobody thought once Fred Warner went down, once Bosa went down, Kittle still went down, Brock Purdy went down, Williams went down, Juan Dennis missed game. They haven't had Brandon Ayuk all season.
They're not going to have them.
So nobody thought the 49ers would be in this situation. So that's what concerns me about Philly. Can they or will they? I guess you could say, can they or will they?
I think they will.
Get it going. They ain't have it going all season, so I find it difficult and hard to believe that they will be able to do that again come this weekend. Now, the defensive side of the ball, since they done got Carter back, they made the trade for Phillips.
Right.
So their defense has been coming along towards the end of the season much better as it was early in the season.
Right.
That is probably what I think Philly is going to lean on this game against the 49ers, because you talked about it and touched on it as far as Christian McCaffrey. Everybody know at some point in time on the drive, the ball is touching his hands. If not, not once, it's twice. If not twice, it's 3 times. Maybe even 10 times in the quarter.
Right.
You know, because he is their offense. And hopefully Kittles is healthy to where he can come in and contribute in a big way this game, a big playoff game. But Kyle Shanahan, man, for some odd reason, you know, his offensive wizardry I think is going to find a way, really find a way to get this dub against the Eagles. And I'm going to take the 49ers to win this game. I think Christian McCaffrey is going to have a big game. I think Brock Purdy is going to have a good game. Jalen Hurts, I don't know, man.
I say about this about Jalen Hurts. I mean, every time we put him down, he comes up and shines in the Super Bowl. The 2 Super Bowls that they played, the one against Kansas City, which they lost, he was the best player on the team.
Yeah, he definitely. On the field. He outplayed Patrick Mahomes. That's
right. And the Super Bowl they win, he was the best player. So it seems that when money is on the line, I'm just gonna say when money is on the line, Jalen Hurts come up to play. So that's why I'm banking on Jalen Hurts playing well. And when Jalen Hurts play well, it seems like it's opened up for Barkley to do his thing.
That's why I really want to see if he could get it going. Saquon Barkley.
Well, it's up to Jalen Hurts because if Jalen Hurts is running the ball well, guess what? Saquon get open, Barkley get open lanes because they be fearful of Jalen Hurts. That's the one thing that the Eagles didn't do this year. Jalen Hurts didn't run the ball as much as he did the last couple of years. And I feel as though that really hurt the Eagles running game. And that's why they can put people in the box to sustain Barkley. And, everybody knew Barkley wasn't going to have that 2,000-yard season that he had last year because everybody was keen on. But Barkley could have had a Derrick Henry type of year. At least Derrick Henry did have over 1,500 yards. Saquon only would have 12, and that's beneath Saquon. Saquon should at least have 1,400 yards rushing. And I put that on the offensive coordinator not getting Jalen Hurts to run the ball more than what they did that last year. But with that said, I'm picking the Eagles to win because they are the defending champion. Until you beat them, the Eagles will soar.
Okay. You got the Eagles, I got the 49ers. But other than that, man, it's wild card weekend, man. Football is still here. We got about excuse me. We got about another month of football left for the Super Bowl, but it's gonna be a very interesting weekend, wild card weekend this week in the NFL. With that being said, man, we go catch back up with y'all. God damn. Thank you.
Fridays.
I don't know what's going on, but we're going to have a word from our sponsor, Blend Reapers Barber, man, and we're going to see y'all in about 30 seconds or so. So stay tuned for EnDaZone Sports, presented by DSMN, sponsored by Blend Reapers Barber.
Winning. You from the trenches, you living, you winning. You wake up and go and get it, you winning. You trying to double your digits, you winning. You put hot sauce on your chicken.
The theme is
Good, y'all. It's your boy Spivey. Reminding y'all to tune in every Monday and Friday, 7 p.m. for EnDaZone Sports on DSMN Network. That's the Davis Spivey Media Network. Also available on YouTube at EnDaZone Sports. Come kick it with the crew as we talk, debate about what's going on in the world of sports today, plus more. So again, that's 7 p.m. Mondays and Fridays on DSMN Network. That's the Davis Spivey Media Network. Also available on YouTube. Come get in the zone with your boy. See you on Monday, 7 p.m. Peace.
Yeah, you know the drill.
Yes. Y'all know what it is. Y'all see what it is. Mondays and Fridays on DSMN. Also available on YouTube, EnDaZone Sports, 7 p.m. Make sure y'all check that out. Check us out every Mondays and Wednesdays, Fridays. And also, book that haircut appointment, man, with my man Frank, man, at Blend Reapers off Sound Center in Willoughby Hills, man. The man do his thing. You know, he be getting your boy right to keep us the cleanest. The man with the plan with the cleanest ways in all the land, man. So shout out to Frank and Blend Reapers Barber. Still good? Still with me, Kellz?
I'm sure.
Okay, let's go. Speaking of the playoffs, which quarterback is under the most pressure in these year's playoffs?
I will see. This is the obvious one. Is going everybody gonna be like Josh Allen because you know what we said before. But I'm going with. I've been harping on this team all year. I'm going with Bo Nix and the Broncos.
How? How?
I will tell you why. Because Josh Allen is the easiest choice because we already know what Josh Allen got to do. He got to win because it's the easiest path that he has.
So you just get your takes just to be completely different, then, huh? That's what
No, I'm giving a take because Josh Allen has to win, but the person who's gonna stand in his way is Bo Nix, and Bo Nix gonna have to play well to justify that number one seed for the Denver Broncos. And this is his first playoff. The pressure is on him.
So how was the pressure on Bo Nix, man? Like I'm not understanding. You got to make me understand this one. For real. Make me understand this one.
All right. Sean Payton is the best coach. We can agree Sean Payton is the best coach in the playoffs,
right? Are you just saying that because of his resume or his name or you?
His resume. He won the Super Bowl. Out of all of the coaches in the playoffs, there's only one coach who won the Super Bowl. Two coaches that won the Super Bowl. Tomlin.
But that make him the best coach in these playoffs.
But that make him the best coach to try to win a Super Bowl. Meaning that the coaching will be able to win. I'll go with the coaching.
Keep up with me, Kellz. You're going back and forth now, my brother. Keep up with me.
No, I'm just saying. Josh Allen is the most pressure quarterback because he has to win because it's no Patrick Mahomes, it's no Lamar Jackson. He got the easiest path. The only person who can stand in his way is the only quarterback I feel that can stand in his way is Bo Nix. I feel that Trevor Lawrence has his hiccups in the playoffs and in big games. Trevor Lawrence does not
I'm still trying to figure out how the pressure on Bo Nix. Tell me how the pressure's on Bo Nix.
Because he is leading a team that is the number one team in the NFL in defense. People feel as though he's the worst of the quarterbacks in the playoffs. He has to show that he's worthy of the number one seed that the Broncos got. Because everybody felt that the only reason why the Broncos was winning was because of the defense. It wasn't because of Bo Nix play. It was because of the defense. So he has to come out there and show that he is the man of Denver's team, so they can say, okay, the Broncos got a franchise quarterback.
And that makes
him with the most pressure, yes.
The most pressure because the Broncos has the number one seed, and he is the starting quarterback for them. So that makes Bo Nix having the most pressure.
And this is his first playoff, and let's see how he do.
So how?
I just explained.
I think you just said that just because you didn't want to go with the obvious pick, the obvious choice in this situation, which is Josh Allen.
Right, for all the reasons I said before.
And you just like to be the complete opposite from everybody else, whether it's the truth, whether it's not the truth, whatever it is. You just like to be the complete opposite. It's nothing. No Bo Nix, no CJ Stroud, no
Aaron Rodgers.
Herbert, no Aaron Rodgers, no Jalen Hurts, no Matthew Stafford, no, none of them. It's Josh Allen, man. And again, it's because of what we've been saying and what you just alluded to. You look at the past 3-4 years of the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Always one man, one team, one coach, however you want to put it, that stood in this man's way from getting to the big game. Hell, they even changed the rules of the overtime because of what happened to Josh Allen against Patrick Mahomes against the Chiefs. Right. So, without him not being in the playoffs, without no Lamar Jackson being in the playoffs, yeah, you still got some good teams with some good defenses out there. The Texans, defense, the Broncos defense, the Chargers defense. Hell, we ain't even mentioned New England yet. So it's still some good teams up there. But Josh Allen done faced good teams before. But the only good team he haven't beaten in the playoffs.
Right.
Joe Burrow did it.
Well, Joe Burrow different. I think Joe Burrow is a different guy.
Josh Allen didn't, and that was against
right.
the Chiefs. Now he don't have to see them. So it's like it's no excuse for Josh Allen not to appear in the Super Bowl this year. There's no excuse. No excuse. So all the pressure is on Josh Allen to go out there and perform. It's on all the pressure is on Josh Allen to go out there and lead the Buffalo Bills as a starting quarterback, MVP of the league, to a Super Bowl appearance. So
let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Is this Josh Allen worst team going into the playoffs?
Is this his worst team?
Yeah, worst team. Like his worst, like from the defense standpoint, for special teams, for all of that. Is this his worst team? They didn't even win the division this year.
I mean, okay, so just because they win the division, mean what? Another team just won more games.
Right, but Buffalo was coming into there before New England. Drake May started playing well, and Verbo came. There was a favorite to win that division.
Okay, and now where they got a good coach in there. Drake May elevated his game,
right,
and doing a damn good job of elevating his game. They went out and drafted well, bringing in Travion Henderson, the pair with Ramondre Stevens, a running back that they felt had question marks coming to the season because of his fumbling situations. They signed Stephon Diggs. Hunter Henry came into, had a good year this season. Hooper, they used both tight ends. So the New England Patriots played great all season. That defense stepped up. To me, might be the between them and Buffalo. I'm gonna get them to number 3, but they got the third best defense in the league in my eyes, behind Houston, Denver, and then New England. Nobody expected for New England to do what they did this season.
Right.
Nobody. So I'm not gonna sit here and say because that happened that this is Josh Allen's worst team that he's been on. It's just unfortunate you had another team in that division that managed to win more games than you. That managed to play better than y'all did all season. New England was what, 13-3 on the season?
Yeah, 13-3. Yep.
Yeah, you went 13 games in the NFL.
No, they were 14-3.
14
games. 17 games.
You win 14 games in the NFL. You're doing something right.
Oh yeah, but
that word again, they was consistently doing it all season.
Right.
All season. So I don't know about the whole Bo Nix being having the most pressure on him in the playoffs. Again, this is Bo Nix, second trip to the playoffs. He went as a rookie last year.
Yeah,
he made a late season run, and this year, behind the Broncos, he was still able to get to the playoffs. So I want to see Bo Nix, with his word again, consistently do it year after year after year, get to the playoffs, and not just the playoffs, but each year get into a higher round. This year, they got a bye week.
Right.
Let's see if they can win and get themselves in a position where they're playing in Denver, and we know how great they play in Denver. Like
they get the winner of the Jags and Bills, don't they?
Who got the lower? Or I don't know. Or is it the Steelers?
It's two against.
Whoever got the lower seed. I know Houston got the lower seed. No, Pittsburgh got the lower seed. And then
Buffalo is 7th.
So Pittsburgh won their division then.
Pittsburgh is a 4th seed. So they play. It
might be Buffalo. If Buffalo win, it'll be Buffalo. So which will be a great test for both teams that game. But
exactly.
Bo Nix, pressure ain't on him. It's all about Josh Allen this year and making it to the Super Bowl, considering the fact what he don't have to face this season. Keeping it in the NFL, we're gonna talk about. This is our first time really talking about this subject since it happened. But John Harbaugh being fired from Baltimore, after 18 seasons. They did not make the playoffs this year. Give me your whole thoughts on that. You agree with it? You like it? You don't like it? What you think about it?
After 18 years in one place, I feel it's time for a new, especially when you're not winning Super Bowls or getting to the playoffs, and with your best player
In
being your
all fairness, this year, you
uh,
know, Lamar did miss some games this year.
I was
Yeah,
about to get to that.
the end of the season, but
I'm
okay.
about to get to that. And Lamar, and then you and Lamar is not getting along no more. It's time to make a change. Once the star quarterback and the head coach are beefing for whatever reason, and you've been there for 18 years, the statements, the words are not leaning is not coming out right no more. They're not listening to them no more. They need a new fresh voice in there. They need somebody young in there who is more vibrant, who has more energy to put into the offense, to put into the defense, to do everything different from there. So it was time. Longevity always time to leave somewhere where you've been, and it was and they blame Harbaugh for this, which the coach will get blamed for everything. But I put this on Lamar.
Munkin did come out and take some blame today for his role in it on not really coaching Lamar well or coaching Lamar better than what he did.
I mean, how what the heck? He been coaching Lamar for what? 11? What Lamar been in the league for how long?
How long Baker been in the league?
7, 8 years?
Or something like that. I mean, he just said this year. He didn't say in his whole career. He just said this year he
Okay,
felt
what
he did a
difference has he
job.
coached?
Huh?
What differently could he did with Lamar that he has not done in the last 8 years?
I mean, whatever he felt he could have did better. I don't know. I mean,
It
I
was
know
all Lamar,
Lamar was better last year. You know what
right?
I'm saying? I mean, sometimes coaches do tend to take a regress on things sometimes, and
But sometimes,
he felt like this year he didn't do what he was supposed to do to help Lamar.
okay.
And I can respect. I can
But then
respect.
but did Lamar do anything to help him?
Did Lamar do anything to do what?
Help,
Help.
help, help Bucket, help Harbaugh.
Man,
Look, look,
when
Harbaugh.
Lamar was healthy at the beginning of the season,
Mhm.
Lamar was healthy. He was doing what he needed to do, and we talked about this.
Right.
Once Lamar got hurt, he just wasn't the same.
Okay.
He couldn't do what Lamar Jackson is accustomed to do.
Okay.
And I guess that's what Tom Munkin feel like he could have did a better coaching job, but maybe putting him in, even while playing hurt, putting him in better situations to where he's not costing the team or hurting the team. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm gonna go back to your statement.
go ahead.
Always, which y'all always say. If he was hurting the team, then he should have took himself out.
Who,
If he
Lamar?
was hurt, yeah. Remember, y'all was talking about how I always say, well, if you hurt, athletes don't take themselves out.
Time out. No,
That's what I'm saying. If he was hurting the team, he should
no.
have took himself out.
Do that. You be out here talking about, man, if a motherfucker like really fuck their damn ankle up and they get up and they somehow walk off the field themselves, you will feel like, oh, you did that. You take your ass back in there and play. You know what I'm saying? Like, you be on a whole different level with it. A whole
But
different, you know what I'm saying? Like, but
Mhm.
you can, hell, take me for example.
Mhm.
I just had recent surgery. They told me I'm supposed to be back in 12 weeks, back at work, whatever it is may be.
Right.
That happened. I get back to work, and guess what? I still ain't feeling right sometimes. So
Right,
when
but
you
you push through it.
but huh?
You push through it, and you don't complain about it, right?
So you heard Lamar complain about it?
No, but see, coaches. This is what good coaches do. They put everything on themselves. It's nothing he could have did better this year that he didn't do in the last 18 years to coach the Baltimore Ravens. It was time. Sometimes it's just time to go because people tune you out, and I feel as though Lamar was tuning Harbaugh out this year
I'm talking
because
about Munkin made the comment, not
Monkey. Oh, okay. I thought you said Harbaugh. My bad. Monkey. Oh, that's an offensive coordinator stating like what he should have really said. I should have gave the ball to Derrick Henry more. That was basically what he should have said.
he just said he didn't do what he was supposed to do, or he felt like he could have did better far as coaching Lamar Jackson and putting Lamar Jackson in a better situation to be successful. That's it.
So he's saying that he should have ran Henry 40 times like he did in Green Bay.
However it is you want to read it. The man just said he should have put
It
his
wouldn't have worked out because Lamar would have needed the ball in his hand more.
again.
That's another coach that's taking the blame for something.
Again, the man said he should have put himself in a better situation. And Coach Lamar Jackson better. But nevertheless, John Harbaugh out in
Would you
Baltimore.
want Harbaugh as a coach of the Browns?
We about to touch on that in a hot second.
Okay. I'm going to.
Nevertheless, John Harbaugh is out in Baltimore. An era has come to an end in Baltimore. I'm interested to see who they bring in to replace him. And are they going to keep the same offensive staff that they have now, or bring in they own? So, John Harbaugh, you can best believe. I'm surprised it's taking this long, but he will have a job real soon. Real soon. You mentioned Harbaugh. It's another team who fired their head coach, our beloved Cleveland Browns, and it has been rumored or said, the Browns. I believe they are one of the teams that are interested in Harbaugh. If not, they're just stupid. I don't want to say the word stupid, but they'll be stupid. But speaking of the Cleveland Browns, we fired Kevin Stefanski. Where do we go from here? What coach do you think could come in here and change the whole culture of the Cleveland Browns football team?
I feel as though it should be a young, vibrant coach, about like 38 in their early 30s to 40s, because what we need is a energetic type of coach. We need somebody who can develop Shador Sanders.
Minded coach.
Yeah, that's offensive minded. I don't want no defensive minded coach because we already got the defense together. And what's gonna happen if we get a defensive minded coach? They're gonna change the scheme that really was helping Miles, um, Graham, and all the boys play well on the defensive line and the corners. So my number one choice will be Joe Brady out of in Buffalo. Joe Brady, the offensive coordinator. Look what has he done with the running game, and I think the Browns' strength right now is the running game with Junkins and Sampson, and running the ball would be our best to Shador to get developed well to understand. And I think he'd be a great play caller in that situation. So I would like to see Joe Brady as our coach of the Browns, offensive minded, and he's 30, 38 years old, young. He's been the offensive coordinator of the Bills since 2020, 21. So I feel as though he will bring that running game aspect to the Browns while we work on the passing game.
Joe Brady, that's a very interesting coach. I wasn't really thinking of Joe Brady. But you don't think going into this year's draft that the Browns need more of an offensive coach, more than what Joe Brady? You just touched on it. He's first thing on his mind is running the football. Yes,
Right.
we got Quinshon Junkins, so of course you're going to run a football with him. But you don't think the Browns is going to, whether it's through free agency or the draft, get talent on the outside? We talk about their wide receiver play all season. Judy not doing nothing. Tillman hurt, not doing nothing. I like Harold Fanning Jr. I don't think they're going to keep David Njoku. I think he might be moved this offseason, even though he just got that extension.
Right.
I just see them keeping both of them, especially with Stefanski being gone, because he loved to run the two tight end offense, play action.
Joe
Same
Brady.
thing he did. I mean, yeah.
Look at it's Joe Brady too. So is it somebody like Joe Brady? Because our strength, we got to play to our strength. We always talk about what's the Browns' identity or offense. What is the Browns' identity?
Right now is the run game.
Our most talented is on a running back. So we play to our strength, and we should go out and get the best offensive coordinator out there running wise. I mean, I got other candidates that I feel that might be good and they all 30 and up. They not retreads. I don't want retreads. We already see the Brian Flores defensive minded coach come here. He gonna change the defense up. They run Minnesota. They run.
Whoever come in here, I want them to keep Jim Schwartz. Whoever come in here, keep.
So you're gonna have to get somebody who is the first time head coach. When Jim Schwartz is a head coach before, he done it before. Who can help him? So you can promote. You can promote Jim Schwartz like, okay, you're assistant head coach now. We give you a little bit more money, and you can go ahead and concentrate on the defensive side. Joe Brady can concentrate on the offensive side of the ball, and you already got your set now. Now you gonna have to go out and get special teams and all that coaches or whatever. But from the main points, our offense don't have an identity, and our offense and our best identity in our offense right now is running the ball. So we should run the ball, and the best offensive coordinator out there to do that, or best coach, and he been under Sean McDermott, and he knows how to be a head coach, or how to deviate out words and all that words and stuff like that. So I feel that Joe Brady would be the best candidate there. But I got three other candidates too, though.
Who else you had in mind?
I have Greg Udinski of the Jags, offensive coordinator. He's like he developed Trevor Lawrence. His best years have been with Grant. He been an assistant coach with the Panthers in 2023, the Vikings, as assistant offensive coordinator. So he has experience in calling plays. Mike LaFleur, brother of Matt LaFleur, and also the offensive coordinator of the Rams. He's 38 years old. I'm going all young.
Speaking of, I mean, it's very interesting you said the Rams because, like, you mentioned they offensive coordinator. But for what I'm hearing coming out of Los Angeles, is that they quarterback coach, I can't pronounce his name, and I'm not even about to try to make a fool of myself right now. It's a guy that's really high on that list that a lot of teams is looking at. You know what I'm saying? I think it's they offensive
coordinator, quality coach.
No, not the offensive coordinator for the Rams. He like
the quality passing game coordinator.
Yeah, passing game, something like that.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I was looking at him too.
Yeah, people looking at him like, you know what I'm saying? Especially how the Rams passing game been looking the past couple of seasons. So they looking at
that's Mike LaFleur too. He's been, and he's the brother of Matt LaFleur, so he got that coaching gene in him. So they always talk about you want to see somebody leader of man. I think he'll be a great leader of man. I think he can develop Shador. I mean, in any coach, the one thing I'm looking for is the development of Shador.
Yeah,
that's all I'm worried about. The development of Shador. Right. Because I do not want. Because if we go back and get another quarterback, we still got to develop him, and we have not developed a quarterback. So whoever come in here needs to learn how to develop Shador. That's all I'm worried about. Right. So that's why I'm looking at these young coordinators who has done like Mike LaFleur was the offensive coordinator in 2022 with the Jets. So he has been doing play calling, and he has moved up in the ranks too. The other one is Clay Kubiak.
I like Kubiak.
No, his son. I ain't talking about Clint. I ain't talking about Clint.
No.
Huh?
I know you ain't talking about Clint.
Okay, Clay. Who guess who he coached with? Kyle Shanahan. So he learning from Kyle Shanahan. He learning that offense, which he could develop the same running scheme as Kyle Shanahan. He learned from his father, Clint. So they both run the same scheme, which will develop the run game, and he's a good developer of quarterback. So once again, I'm looking at that for Shador. It's all about Shador or whoever quarterback they get in here. I'm so tired of talking about quarterbacks, and we have not developed a quarterback. So I'm looking for them to come in there, any coach come in there and develop a quarterback. Develop Shador. I don't care who it is, it can be whoever. But at least try to develop Shador. Because Shador got some skills. It just need to be developed more.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with you. I whoever they bring in got to be a developer. I should do it. We both in agreement with that. No college coach. I'm tired of hearing. I've been hearing people, bring Dion, bring Dion. He coach. No, I don't want to see no prime time here. Dion is not coming. He don't want to coach in the pros. And I don't want to see him here. That ain't doing nothing but causing more distractions. But whoever they bring in, man, I hope it's the right choice. I hope Haslam, Barry, whoever making the call, make the right call. And like you said, it's all about developing Shador Sanders and getting him ready if he's going to be our future for the Cleveland Browns. We gonna switch gears real quick and talk some NBA. The boy Jaylen Brown, the Boston Celtics third in the East. Nobody, even myself, thought they would be in this situation without Jason Tatum. But it has been said over the course of the years, like you got two studs over there, and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Can Brown do this without Tatum? And right now he's showing he can. He got the Celtics third in the East. Is Jaylen Brown an MVP candidate?
Yes, Jaylen Brown is an MVP candidate. Nobody thought Boston would be this good. I
Right.
give I give ups to Joe Mazzulla showing his coaching chops because if you really look at Boston, only got what Pritchard and Derek White, which Pritchard is having a career year,
They
averaging
got
16.
Anthony Simons over there.
Anthony Simons ain't, but Anthony
Coming off the
Simons ain't
bench.
playing.
Huh?
Like I'm saying, Anthony Simons is the Portland. Anthony Simons is not in Boston.
They
That's
don't. They don't need him for that.
I know, but I'm just Anthony
But
Simons
him
is
coming
playing
off the bench, what he doing for the
right,
Celtics coming off the bench, he's playing good basketball.
right,
And
but
he's knowing his role per se. Let's say that.
yeah, yeah. But Joe Mazzulla is coaching them really well, and Jaylen Brown finally is earning what he said he was earning, $308 million. He's doing it, and they're gonna have a tough decision because when you got two alpha dogs that's young, you gonna have to either pick one. And Jaylen Brown is showing right now that he like I'm not gonna say you gonna always want Jason Tatum, but it's like you don't need both of us. You know, I'm that man. It's kind of hard when you got two alphas going at each other who gonna want the ball. That's why I say that's why it's always a struggle down the stretch with them because you don't know who go take the last shot. You only have one person who can really do it. Is that Jaylen Brown or Tatum? But Brown is showing that he don't need Tatum, and he should be in that MVP just alone because he averaging 29 points a game and 6 assists a game. So he's doing what he's supposed to do and playing good defense over there too.
I ain't gonna say he don't need Jason Tatum. I'm never gonna say that.
Oh no, I ain't mean it like that, but
You need your sidekick with you. But yeah, Jaylen Brown right now is playing MVP basketball. Again, the Celtics third in the East. Nobody thought they would be in this situation right around this time, especially not having Jason Tatum, trading Kristaps Porzingis, losing
right.
Al Horford, uh, Marcus
Drew
Smart,
Holiday,
Drew Holiday, all them. So big ups to Boston, man. Right now, yeah, we're in agreement again. Jaylen Brown for me is right now playing like an MVP. Do I think he's going to win it? No. Depending on now, Boston keep doing this and stay in the top two. See,
right,
to get the top two, we might have a different conversation. But
right.
Jaylen Brown definitely playing great basketball and definitely deserve to be in the MVP talks right now. Excuse me. We got some NBA trade news that been popping off. Of course, we saw the big trade with Trae Young being shipped to Washington, which was kind of surprising to me.
Me too.
Washington for C.J. McCullough and Corey Kispert. How you feel about that?
This is what I think about it. You're only good as your trading value is, right? And no other team in the NBA want to trade Young. So what that state about trade Young? I know his contract was massive, but he is a great player. But what they get from him is not what I thought they could get from for Trey. And then with Trey, he going to a difficult team, a younger team who's not winning. So in your 11, what he been in the league, what 7 years, 8 years now. So
But
you telling me,
Washington did put themselves in a position to where they can go out and get a big name player to pair up with Trae Young, which
okay,
they was looking at Anthony Davis, which today he messed up
Frank
his leg,
ligament.
ligament, and maybe requiring surgery. So that plan might be out the window unless they're looking at next season. But damn, Anthony Davis can just stay healthy. Um, the trade to me was mind boggling, was crazy, was confusing. Like, what's going on? Like Trae Young, why Washington? Like, then I got to thinking, is he from Washington? I can't remember. I don't think. No, he's
I
from
didn't
Oklahoma.
think he from Washington.
I think he's from Oklahoma, right?
I think he out west. I think he out somewhere out west. I gotta look it up, but I think he
Said,
out west.
why Washington? But maybe he knows something we don't know. But yeah, Atlanta shipped. And then I think Atlanta was looking at it where, we win games without you. I think they like the emergence of Jaylen Johnson,
Yup.
Dyson Daniels, um,
But they
again,
18 and 21.
huh?
They 18 and 21. So
Yeah. I mean, but they even last year when Trae Young was missing a game, they were showing they could win without
yeah, I
him.
don't work.
So I think that was another reason why Atlanta made that move. And as you always said, I guess they figured they couldn't win with him. The Memphis Grizzlies are now listening to offers to move John Morant. What do you think is a good destination for Morant?
I think a great destination would be Miami,
Yeah.
the Heat, or Minnesota. With Ant. The only reason why I said that is because Ja needs somebody who's just as good as him. Just as good as him. Meaning that he needs somebody another out who can be like, look, bro, calm yourself down. You don't have to do all that. In Miami, he will get that stressor because Spo and Pat Riley don't play that nonsense down there.
That's two different things you just said. 'Cause I was
I
about to.
know. I'm talking about discipline. Morant needs discipline.
I mean, you did say he need a guy that could play just as good as him.
No, because he will look up to him. He will listen to him. Discipline wise.
I think for Ja, I'm a more or less say I agree with you far as he need to go to an organization that don't tolerate no nonsense.
Exactly.
So I do agree with that. And with that being said, you got organizations like Miami, you got San Antonio, but I can't see that happening because they still got Aaron Fox, Vessel.
What about Houston? Houston don't got no guard.
They don't, man. But I just.
And then you got a strong enough coach.
You know what? Houston could be a possibility because I think Ime Udoka can get Ja together. So wherever Ja go, it's gonna have to be a team to where one, they are relevant, meaning they are winning.
Right.
Memphis was winning. Ja, I mean, I ain't say he was innocent, but he was a little bit more focused. But yeah, Ja could possibly be on the move. I just touched on Anthony Davis, who could have been on the move, but I think that injury and possibly having surgery will hurt him this year. Unless the team looking at it like we just not gonna look at this season, especially the Wizards, because that's who was gonna try to get him. Right. We're not looking at the season. We're not going to playoffs. We're not winning. We're looking for next season, pairing of you and Trae Young, and add a couple of more pieces around that. So we'll see. We'll pop off real quick before we get up out of here, man. The Cavs, they're now what 20? They lost
21 and 18.
21 and 18. Hopefully, we'll be getting Matt Strus back in a couple of weeks. How big would that be for the Cavaliers, real quick?
It will be a big thing because he will open up the 3-point lane. Also, he'll be our hustle guy. We need somebody who will be tough. And right now, we missing that 50-50 guy.
Yeah, I think it'd be big. Like you said, spread that floor. Can play good defense, good team defense. And like you always say, that can put people back in their natural position to where we really need them at. Meaning DeAndre Hunter can now still come off the bench with Sam Merrill and Kevin Porter Jr., Jaylen Tyson, and them boys. So I'm looking for the Cavs to really turn it around the second half of the season. Let's get it going. Darius Garland, it seems like he's getting better for him coming back from that injury. So second half of the season, like you said, season always starts after Christmas. Hopefully the Cavs can get it together and start getting on the win streak. I'm talking about like a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10-game win streak, and get back to the top of the Eastern Conference and not playing for a play-in spot. Real quick, Miami Hurricanes won their game yesterday against the Miss. What a game that was. That was a good game. Ticket to the national championship. And is it tonight? I believe it's tonight. Tonight or tomorrow, but I think it's tonight. We got Oregon versus Indiana. Who you got in that game to face Miami Hurricanes in the national championship?
Since I'm a Big Ten dude and they beat us, I'm going with Indiana. The number one quarterback, Frank Mendoza, Heisman Trophy winner. So I'm going with Indiana.
Yeah, I'm going to take
I'm really not sure about Dante Moore.
Here go that word again. They was consistently the best team all season, meaning Indiana. So I'm going to roll with Indiana to win this game tonight and face the Miami Hurricanes in the college football championship game. And we're going to touch more on that before the game happens. Great show, Kellz. Great show. As always, I appreciate everybody that tuned in on the DSMN network. Also, those that tuned in on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And by the way, we done got over 200 subscribers within the past week on YouTube. So big ups to that. You know, and I appreciate everybody that support and also supporting on the DSMN network. And don't forget, man, I got them DSMN hoodies. That's now. Y'all can start putting the orders in, man, to get them hoodies, man. Again, they feel good. They look good. I got a lot of orders to put in now, man. So keep supporting the brand. Keep supporting your boy. Keep supporting Kellz, man. Y'all have a safe weekend. Don't do nothing I want to do, man. Stay blessed. Stay positive. Keep it productive. If it causes you problems, get it out. Protect your mind. Protect your peace. Protect your space. For your boy Spivey, for your boy Kellz, for myself, Spivey, man. Y'all stay safe. We're going to catch y'all same time, same place, Monday at 7 o'clock p.m. on the DSMN network, also on YouTube. EnDaZone Sports. We out. Peace.
Yeah. Cavalier mentality, I charge through every bracket. King on the court, LeBron legacy in my fabric. Round when I'm grinding, dog pound in the trenches. Guardian at the gate, protecting all my riches. Cavs in my veins, championship parade ground. Browns in the mud, fourth quarter, never doubt. Guardians of tradition, progressive, feel my temple. Training like I'm drafted, work ethic monumental. In the zone, can't stop my ascension in the zone. Discipline my weapon in the zone. Greatness by intention in the zone. It's my resurrection in the soul.